Everyone says the Tao is great, but not everyone understands why. And that's the point. It doesn't fit into categories, it doesn't compete, and it doesn't shout its presence. It's like the ocean, vast, deep, and patient. While others race across the surface, the Tao rests in stillness and depth. Chapter 67 of the Tao Te Ching. Everyone in the world says, "My way is great, but it seems incomparable." It is just because it is great that it seems incomparable. When comparisons are long established, it becomes trivialized. I have three treasures that I keep and hold. One is mercy, the second is frugality, the third is not presuming to be at the head of the world. By reason of mercy, one can be brave. By reason of frugality, one can be broad. By not presuming to be at the head of the world, one can make your potential last. Now, if one were bold but had no mercy, if one were broad but were not frugal, if one went ahead without deference, one would die. Use mercy in war and you win. Use it for defense and you're secure. Those whom heaven is going to save are those it guards with mercy. This chapter brings us into the heart of Taoist leadership, not leadership through dominance or strategy, but leadership through the radical power of mercy. The Tao Te Ching says Laozi kept three treasures: mercy, frugality, and humility. These are not just moral values, they are energetic principles for anyone who wishes to endure, to influence, and to stay aligned with their essence. Let's talk about that first treasure, mercy. In modern language, we might call it compassion, kindness, or care. But what Laozi means by mercy isn't about softness that gets walked on, it's about power rooted in empathy. Mercy, in Taoist terms, is not passivity. It's an active stance of openness, restraint, and reverence for life. It's what allows you to face pressure, conflict, and challenge, not by pushing back harder, but by remaining rooted in presence. Mercy lets you endure without hardening. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, there was a martial artist named Kale who trained under a quiet but formidable teacher in the mountains. Kale was strong, talented, and driven. He could crush through forms and spar with speed, but his teacher saw something missing. One day after training, the teacher invited Kale to help him with a small chore, carrying water to a neighbor's garden miles down the hill. Kale, confused but obedient, loaded up the buckets. He asked, "Why are we doing this? What does this have to do with combat?" The teacher just smiled and said, "You'll see." The walk was long, hot, and tiring. When they arrived, the old woman receiving the water was deeply grateful. Kyle looked at her, then at his teacher, still confused. The teacher finally spoke. "You believe power is shown through speed and strikes, but real power is shown by how much weight you can carry and how much kindness you can give while carrying it." Kale never forgot that day. Mercy made him a leader. Mercy is strength under control. The second treasure is frugality. Not just financial frugality, but energetic frugality. Conserve your energy, conserve your attention, conserve your words. We live in a world that rewards output, more content, more opinions, more action, but the Tao teaches us to move when it matters, to conserve energy for the right moment, to not waste ourselves on the shallow end of the pool. Frugality allows us to be vast, because we are not leaking our energy all day long. If you want to live long, lead well, and love deeply, frugality is your friend. Then the third treasure, not presuming to be first. This one is tricky in today's world. Everyone is building their brand, climbing the ladder, fighting to be seen, but the Tao tells us the leader who lasts is the one who doesn't need the spotlight. They know how to influence without imposing. They rise by staying low, just like rivers and seas are lords of the valleys by flowing downward. This humility is not weakness, it's strategic, because it keeps you safe from the arrows that fly at the front, because it keeps you rooted in reality, not illusion, because it reminds you of what truly matters. Let's circle back to the core message. When you lead with mercy, you gain strength. When you live with frugality, you expand your range. When you stay humble, you grow in unseen ways. That's how the Taoist way builds resilience and power. Now, how do you practice this in your own life? Here's a challenge. For the next 7 days, start each morning with one question. Where can I lead with mercy today? Not where can I win, prove, or dominate, but where can I lead with softness, kindness, and strength wrapped in care? Then pick one moment where you say less than you normally would. Just practice energetic frugality. Let your presence speak instead. And finally, defer praise for something good you've done. Let it land without grabbing it. See how it feels to not need the validation. This is training in Taoist leadership. It will rewire you. It will center you. It will make you someone people trust and follow, not because you asked, but because they feel your energy is safe, strong, and sane. And in a chaotic world, that is more rare and more valuable than ever. Remember, mercy doesn't mean weakness. It means you don't have to prove yourself constantly. It means you are powerful enough to be kind. That's the Tao. That's the Yielding Warrior way. If you haven't checked out a copy of The Yielding Warrior yet, click the link below. It dives deep into this kind of training, a lifestyle of power without tension, leadership without force. Just pay for shipping and we'll ship it out to you today. Stay soft, stay strong, stay yielding. See you in the next lesson.